In a tech landscape brimming with constant innovation, it's not every day that a product arrives and shifts the entire narrative. But that's precisely what's happening with the latest iteration of one of the world's most powerful wearables. While countless devices make modest progress year over year, this release is anything but incremental. It's transformative. This isn't just about staying connected or tracking your steps. This smartwatch introduces a bold vision of what wearable tech should be in 2025. With its third-generation premium wearable, Apple has broken new ground. Designed not just for the everyday user, but for adventurers, athletes, and health-conscious individuals. This device is more than a smartwatch, it's a high-performance tool built to operate in the most demanding environments, while simultaneously helping users safeguard their well-being. So what exactly makes this next-generation watch such a game-changer? Let's explore the key pillars that support this revolutionary redesign: performance, health, durability, connectivity, and design, and understand why it might be the most important wearable release of the decade. Pushing past the plateau. What sets this smartwatch apart? Smartwatches have long been companions to our smartphones, devices that reflect notifications, count calories, and measure our heart rate. But the new Ultra 3 class wearable changes that equation entirely. This time, the goal isn't just about supplementing your phone or adding convenience to your life. It's about delivering capabilities that could prove essential during emergencies, life-altering health conditions, or extreme adventures. Where many wearables simply iterate, this watch innovates. It introduces cutting-edge hardware and software, packed into a design that prioritizes both toughness and intelligence. It's not merely a polished version of last year's release, it's been rebuilt internally to become more responsive, more adaptive, and more life-aware than anything we've seen before. The purpose-built philosophy, for those who need more. From its inception, the Ultra line was crafted for users who demand more strength, more stamina, more smarts. It wasn't built for the masses, but for those who climb, dive, hike, and push boundaries. That mission hasn't changed. In fact, it's deepened. This new watch doesn't try to reinvent its visual identity. It embraces the same commanding shape and rugged titanium shell that made previous models unmistakable. But underneath that familiar exterior lies a significantly upgraded core. Every key component, from processing power to biometric sensors, has been reimagined to deliver superior real-world functionality. What stands out is the intention behind the changes. Each improvement has a purpose, a problem it aims to solve, or a new capability it brings to the wrist. It's no longer just about tracking your run, it's about guiding you through danger, warning you of health shifts before they become crises, and operating flawlessly when you're miles from civilization. Brilliant on the inside. A processor that powers possibilities. Central to this transformation is the new generation chip, the most powerful ever embedded in an Apple smartwatch. Whether labeled as the S11 or derived from the same architecture used in Series 11, this chip forms the brain of the operation. And it's fast. Really fast. The performance jump is tangible in every interaction. Launching apps is smoother. Animations transition more fluidly. The device responds instantly to touch and voice, and it manages battery use with greater intelligence. Even more impressively, it enables on-device artificial intelligence processing, which is becoming essential for real-time analysis in fitness, health, and emergency scenarios. For users who track demanding metrics during activities like heart rate under stress, altitude change during climbs, or running dynamics during marathon training, the chip translates to better accuracy, quicker feedback, and a far more stable experience. Lag is virtually eliminated, and vital data updates in near real time. A new approach to health, blood pressure trends, and early warnings. One of the headline features is the newly introduced blood pressure trend detection system. While it doesn't replace a traditional cuff-based monitor, this tool plays a crucial role in long-term health awareness. By detecting gradual changes or unusual spikes in blood pressure, the watch can alert users before serious symptoms occur. This isn't a gimmick. It's part of a growing trend to transform wearables into proactive health guardians. Instead of simply logging stats, the watch now interprets them, looking for patterns and deviations that may indicate emerging health risks. This feature is a particularly important step for users with hypertension, heart disease history, or anyone focused on longevity. Early detection can lead to early intervention, and in some cases, that could be life-saving. Life-saving connectivity. Beyond the boundaries of cell networks, one of the most revolutionary capabilities rumored for this model is the introduction of satellite-based SOS messaging. When you're far from a cell tower in a national park, at sea, or deep in the mountains, your phone becomes little more than a camera. But this watch may be able to keep you connected even then, by utilizing low Earth orbit satellites. The device can transmit emergency messages and location data even when no mobile service is available, for outdoor enthusiasts, travelers, or anyone in isolated areas. This feature represents more than convenience, it offers a vital safety net. Additionally, there's talk of tailored 5G support for wearables, which would mean better call quality, faster app performance, and more consistent location tracking even in congested urban zones or emergency situations. Connectivity when you need it most, no compromises, seeing the future clearly. A display designed for extremes. Displayed upgrades often go unnoticed, but this time, the difference is immediately visible. A new generation LTPO OLED panel enhances both brightness and clarity. Colors pop more vividly, text is sharper, and more importantly, outdoor readability is significantly improved. Sunlight glare, a long-standing frustration for outdoor users, has been largely solved. Whether you're running at dawn, skiing at midday, or diving into deep waters, the screen adapts and remains legible. Paired with an always-on display that's now even more energy efficient, the experience is seamless. You're not just wearing a piece of technology, you're wearing a screen that was built to perform wherever you take it. The design dilemma. Function over flash. Now, let's talk aesthetics. Not every fan will be thrilled that the physical design hasn't changed much from the previous Ultra generation. It still features bold lines, prominent crown guards, and a rugged, masculine silhouette. If you were hoping for a thinner, more refined look, this might not be your year. But this decision wasn't laziness, it was intentional. The design has proven itself in extreme conditions. It's tough, it protects internal components, and it offers great tactile control, even when wearing gloves or operating underwater. Apple has opted to stick with a shape that works. In essence, this generation is about refining function, not chasing fashion trends. The investment question is, it worth the upgrade? At around $799, this device isn't budget-friendly, and for many current owners of the Ultra or Ultra 2, the value proposition will depend heavily on individual priorities. If your usage is primarily limited to message notifications, timers, or casual fitness tracking, the new features may not justify the cost. However, for those who hike solo, train competitively, or monitor their health closely, the Ultra 3 provides new tools that could have a real-world impact. Smart spending means understanding what features you'll actually use. For the right person, this watch could be one of the most worthwhile tech purchases of the year. For others, holding out for future iterations may make more sense. Missing pieces. What didn't make the cut? No review would be complete without acknowledging what's still missing. One of the most anticipated features, non-invasive glucose monitoring, once again failed to materialize. Diabetics and health enthusiasts alike have been watching closely for this breakthrough, but it appears we'll need to wait a little longer. There's also some potential legal turbulence. Due to ongoing patent litigation in the US, the blood oxygen monitoring feature may be disabled on American units. For users who rely on SPO2 tracking, this could be a serious drawback. These omissions don't diminish what the watch does offer, but they do highlight the limitations that still exist in modern wearable health technology. Conclusion: a smartwatch that thinks beyond the wrist. At the heart of this watch is a powerful message. Wearables are no longer just accessories, they are essential tools. Whether you're navigating remote trails, training for a marathon, or trying to detect early signs of health trouble, this device supports you in meaningful, measurable ways. It's not a fashion statement, it's a survival companion, a coach, a monitor, a silent protector that wraps around your wrist. And while it may not be for everyone, it absolutely moves the needle for what's possible in the world of smart wearables. If you live at the intersection of performance, preparedness, and precision, this device could become your most trusted companion.